Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all my members, all my patrons, and let's get into it. Subscribe, we have a PayPal now, and yeah, let's get into it. So today, I was just flying around in J4, I'm getting it spaded a little bit, and I was wondering, because I saw something on the forums, and I wanted to check it out. So yeah, if you go here, let me check, hey, it's in the event tabs. You go for Air Simulator, for example. Here it says 11.3, But here, when you are here, it says rank 8 and 13.0. So, apparently they changed this. It hasn't been there for too much time, at least not the rank 8 or something like that. A lot of people were saying to me that it was there for a while, but to be honest, I just remember one thing, that it was 11.7 and it was still rank 7. So I don't know when they changed this or if I'm forgetting something. So yeah, kind of weird, right? So as you see, the forbidden vehicles, right? They're, I mean, like, see? So it's until rank 8 and 13.0 of BR, which is very, very weird. So, yeah, I don't know what is happening. Maybe this is just an old thing. Maybe it's not. But it's still a topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Because first of all, we kind of had a tier 7 for a while before we actually had a tier 7 when it was added, with this type of thing, with these simulator battles, like forbidden BRs that you cannot play and stuff like that. And it was kind of weird. It was really, really weird. But, it wasn't nothing, but it wasn't something, at least. It doesn't mean anything. That's what I mean, right? It doesn't mean anything. It's just a BR, and it's probably because it is just like, you know how it is, like a thing that it's there to just have it in the files, or maybe when it's added, it's already in the files, the limits and stuff like that. But that's the thing, when it's added, because there's no reason to add that beyond just kind of planning that we are going to have a tier 8. Which is kind of surprising. I did not expect us to have a tier 8, to be honest. I think it was just limited the way that it was supposed to be. I think tier 7 would be the last rank, maybe. And even in tanks, for example, we still don't have the 11.3 BR, which is even more odd, right? But still, it's something to just worry about. Not worry about, but just to guess or to think about a little bit. It's something that it doesn't mean anything, as I said, but it means that it might be coming, a tier 8, and what does a tier 8 means for War Thunder? In the direct kind of gameplay wise, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that first of all, we are going to have one more division. If it's ever added, it's going to have one more division. So probably an aircraft like the MLD, the F-14, aircraft like that would be a tier 8 initially. And then they would just add more stuff to it. Especially, I think the main addition for that is the allowance of tier 7 premiums. As you know, Gaijin doesn't add top tier premiums. That's what they mean, But it doesn't mean anything, because they can add a premium that it has a higher BR. It doesn't matter the rank that it is, right? But with that, a rank 7 premium would be more suitable in the sense of, we could see a MiG-23 premium in the future. Because obviously we're not going to see it right now, but if we have a MiG-29 flying around Su-27, for example, MiG-23 premium, whatever it is, it's fine. And I think they are going to explore this. As I said, it doesn't mean anything. So don't get your hopes up. But remember, when we got the tier 7 back in the day, we actually had this kind of situation, you know. It was added before as a limit, and then after a while it was added as a proper tier. So I don't know. I don't think, I'm not saying that it is coming in the next patch, or that it is not coming in the next patch, or whatever, you know. But it's something to consider. Maybe they are going to add a tier 8. With that, a tier 8 would mean a lot of 4th generation aircraft. I don't know what a tier 8 would mean for tanks. I mean, they probably could rearrange stuff for some of them that are already added to be rank 8. But in general, I mean, you could see what, a T-98M, maybe? More generations of SEPs, but I mean, a Leopard 2A7. There's nothing to, like, you know how it is? Like, there's nothing too amazingly different from what we have right now to be added in a rank 8 for tanks. But for aircraft, yeah, there's a lot of things. A lot of things. So even considering like 4 plus generation or 4.5 generation aircraft in the future, it would be a rank 8. And if they are ever going to add a 5th generation aircraft, it's probably even going to be a rank 9, right? Or something like that if we are talking about it. So yeah, it's funny to just take a look on that and kind of wonder what are they thinking of, if they are actually going to add this or not. I think it's inevitable that they will, but maybe not right now, and maybe when it's added, I mean, it would make sense. The December patch, normally it's a big patch in the sense of stuff being added, in like amazing stuff that are added, you know, like new modes or a new nation or something like that. The December patch always have something spicy to add for the game, you know. So I don't know, maybe they're going to reveal that. That's kind of a rumor that can be brought up, you know. As I said, I don't know if this is in the game for a while. I never noticed. The 13.0 BR, I think I noticed, but not the rank 8. That's the main thing. The rank 8 is the main thing, a talking point about it, right? Because the 13, I mean, it just doesn't mean anything, just maybe it's, but even with that, I mean, it's a limit, right? Why would you put a limit there, or a number there, if there isn't an aircraft or a vehicle in the game that has that rank or that PR, right? I mean, it could be just that it's in the net code of the game, you know, in the code of the game, but still, like, why would you add it to that? I mean, if you are not planning to add an aircraft or that BR. So I just think that we are probably going to see rank 8 soon. I don't know. Probably, right? Because we are getting into a position of seeing a lot of these more modern aircraft anyway. We are going to see more 4th generation aircraft anyway. So a rank 8 would just mean that it is more reasonably, you know, divided between the ranks and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what you think about it, to be honest. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I know a lot of people will say that this is being there for a long time, but still, even if this is the case, I mean, what does it mean? Does it mean anything? It's just a netcode thing, or is it something that they are planning to add? As I said, rank 7 was there before rank 7 was added. So maybe this is a prelude to the future. Maybe not in the next patch, but it would make sense, right? Imagine the headlines, right? Rank 8 being added, MiG-29 Tornado F-16 at the same patch or something like that. It would make people talking, and it would be a very, very good marketing tool. Even saying the rank 8, just for saying, you know, just for adding it to like a 4th generation aircraft kind of thing, it would be already kind of a very good marketing tool, right? So I don't know. I feel like even if we don't receive that, I feel like next year will be one of those years that we get a lot of advancements in that area. But as always, Gaijin takes its time. They will not add too many stuff, you know. We had barely, I mean, we had I was looking in 2 years, if we count that we don't receive anything until March. For example, the Soviets would receive just 2 top-tier, actually top-tier fighter aircraft. I mean, we have the MiG-27s and the Su-17, but counting just on the fighter side of things, they just received the MiG-23M and the MiG-23M LD, which are both amazing. I'm not complaining, but so they take time. That's the idea, right? If they take this much time, I can see us waiting until 2024 to see all nations receiving a 4th generation aircraft, and maybe even a little bit more until we see like a second aircraft for some of the countries, like the Soviets, a Su-27, for example, or something like that, or an F-15 or aircraft like that. So we have to be patient, but maybe this is a prelude for the future. But anyway, just an interesting idea that I had. I never realized that this was it in the video, in the in the game. So I had to make a video, right, talking a little bit about it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed.